The Hellcat had become the undisputed champion of aerial combat over the Pacific Ocean. The statistics were staggering. 163 confirmed aerial kills, only 270. Hellcats lost in air-to-air combat, over 66,000 combat sorties. Kill ratio of 19.1, unmatched by any other U.S. aircraft in the war. No single Allied fighter had done more to secure air superiority over the Pacific. No carrier-based fighter in history had racked up such a devastating record. The results were not limited to air battles alone. The Hellcat's dominance had a cascading effect across the Pacific theater. With Japanese air power in tatters, U.S. Navy and Marine Corps ground operations advanced faster. Bombing raids reached deeper into Japanese-held territory with fewer losses. Amphibious assaults faced less resistance from the air. Naval convoys moved more freely across contested waters. On the home front, Hellcat production continued to surge. By war's end, 275 Hellcats had rolled off the assembly lines at Grumman, a massive industrial achievement. Assembly line workers, many of them women, stamped each fuselage and wing with pride, knowing what those aircraft represented. The Hellcat wasn't just a warplane. It was a platform for victory, and it was one of the few wartime designs that never had to be redesigned mid-war. It entered combat in 1943 and needed no major overhauls through 1945. That reliability became a cornerstone of U.S. carrier dominance. Meanwhile, the Japanese air arsenal never recovered from the onslaught. With most of their experienced pilots lost in 1942-43, and with newer designs failing to match American production or survivability, Japan resorted to desperate measures. Kamikaze tactics became more common, a sign of strategic collapse. And while new U.S. fighters like the F-4U Corsair and the P-51 Mustang played critical roles, it was the Hellcat that had done the heaviest lifting. Day after day, sortie after sortie, kill after kill. At U.S. Navy Command Headquarters, the tone shifted. Carrier task forces were no longer tentative. They were blunt instruments of overwhelming air superiority. Every fleet that sailed with Hellcats on deck sailed with confidence. Admiral Chester Nimitz once noted that air superiority in the Pacific had not been simply gained. It had been earned through sweat, steel, and sacrifice. The Hellcat, he said, was the hammerhead of our air fleets. And yet, despite its unprecedented record, the Hellcat never inspired the same romantic mythos as the Spitfire or the Mustang. It was not a beauty. It was a tool, a reliable, brutal,